I absolutely love the ocean. I'm so lucky in that I live in South Florida, and most weekends I can be found 8 miles out in the Gulf Stream in 800 feet of water, just hanging out with a fish. On this particular day, the fish were all around me. It was absolutely spectacular. Suddenly, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed something sinking very fast. To my dismay, I realized it was my husband's mask and snorkel. Somehow he dropped them, and they were already too deep for him to retrieve. Soon they were almost out of sight. It was a sad moment. Not only did he have to cancel snorkeling for that day, but he had to go out and buy a new mask and snorkel, which isn't cheap. But worst of all, every mask and snorkel that sinks ends up on the seabed and contributes to marine pollution, possibly killing coral and marine life. The following weekend, while I was out snorkeling again, I was cleaning drops of water off the camera lens when somehow, without knowing it, I let go of my mask and snorkel. By the time I realized it, they were almost out of sight, gone forever. Mad with myself for being so careless, I decided to go to the local dive shop to buy something that would stop this happening in the future. To my surprise, the manager at my local dive shop said she'd never heard of anything that would stop a mask and snorkel from sinking, but what a great idea it was. I tried many other dive shops and outdoor stores in the area. I searched every retailer online, every online dive shop, and I could not find anything, so I decided to invent something. And that's how Snorkelbuoy was born. Snorkelbuoy Glow is perfect for night divers. Snorkelbuoy has been dive tested and approved by a master diver to 100 feet. There was no effect on buoyancy at all. Coincidentally, he also found it handy as a reef marker buoy. I use my spare snorkel buoy as a camera float. While designed to keep your snorkel afloat, if your mask is attached with a snorkel keeper, your mask will float too. It makes snorkeling so easy too. Instead of having to hold onto my mask and snorkel while I get in the water, or worrying if they'll get knocked off my head, or having to get them handed to me once I'm in the water, I just toss them into the ocean, knowing that they're going to be floating safely on the surface, just waiting for me. Although the snorkel buoy has the same coloring as the diver down flag, red with a white diagonal stripe, it should never ever replace a proper diver down flag, which is an essential piece of safety equipment for all snorkelers and divers, no matter where you are. Make sure you always have a proper dive flag both in the water and on the boat, whenever you snorkel or dive. Snorkelbuoy is suitable for freshwater use too. If my invention prevents just one mask and snorkel from sinking to the ocean floor, it will have made a difference and the journey will have been worth it. It will be one more person who would have lost their mask and snorkel, but didn't, thanks to Snorkelbuoy.